Hi there, it's Kim with Apostrophe S, and I'm back with another Sweet Memories add-on kit. This one is for summer, those lovely, lazy days of summer. So here I've got the 4 blocks for the Sweet Memories base kit, and here is my summer add-on kit, these 3 blocks. So when I take out the cupcake from the base kit, I can replace it with the star for July and Independence Day, with the watermelon for August to represent all of those summer barbecues and cookouts, and an apple for the start of a new school year in September. So you can see with these 3 blocks, I've got the 3 summer months covered. Now, let me show you your kit and how to make these. These ones up here. All right, in your kit, you'll have the wood pieces right here. You've got a baggie that has all of the papers that you'll need as well as embellishments. We've got ribbon, 2 paintbrushes, and a file. And from home you'll just need a few basic things. Because we're painting, you always want to protect your work surface. You don't want a little splatter of paint getting on your dining room table or anything. Okay, we'll also need scissors and a pencil for tracing and cutting. You'll need a sheet of copy paper and a crayon colored piece of chalk. You know, even the edge of a pencil will work. We're going to be using this to create a template for one of our blocks. And then you'll need the brown paint and the Mod Podge from your base kit. And we also like squeezing the paint directly into a paper plate to use as kind of a paint palette rather than trying to paint it onto the piece of wood directly. That's kind of messy. And with those basic things, you're set and we're ready to go. Your first step is to paint all of your edges. If you want to paint the back, you're more than welcome to, but if it's going to be on a bookcase or something, don't worry about it. Just get those edges done, and don't forget on the watermelon we've got this little inset here. Excuse me. So with that, the next step is to trace. Here I've got my apple. I've already added a piece of paper on the top, but just look at the apple part. And we've got our paper. This is the side I want facing front, so you could trace it on the right side if you want, just like that. I like to trace on the back side of the paper, the wrong side, just because I don't want my pen or pencil showing through. So this is what I want facing out. There's the right side of the paper, and then I flip it upside down, and I like to trace on that back side right there. So trace that out for the star and the apple. Those ones are fairly simple. The watermelon, though, has 2 different layers here, and it's easy to trace the outside, but this inside gets a little tricky. So if you'll take your copy paper, I only needed about a 1/4 sheet here, and then your crayon or chalk, and we're going to make a very simple rubbing. And this just highlights all of the edges for us. Try to hold it still so it doesn't wiggle on you, though. Okay. Just like that, I've got the outline of that pink inside as well as the green rind. Like that. So I can cut this out, and I've got my 2 separate pieces like that, right? These are so much easier to trace than the block, so I'll pretend like it's my block. Grab my sheet of green paper. This is the outside, this is the side of paper I want. Then I just trace it on the wrong side and cut it out. And then when I do that for both of my colored papers, I'll end up with the sheets perfectly cut. They're like exact. And it wasn't a pain at all, just like that. It's a little extra step to make that template, but it makes everything so much easier. So do a simple tracing for the star and the apple, and then do that template for the watermelon. And we're ready to adhere these. We're going to be using Mod Podge. And as you can see, I've already done the stem part of my apple. There we go. And using a paintbrush, we'll just apply the Mod Podge on. And we don't need a whole lot. It doesn't need to be goopy. but it does need to be even, and you need to cover all of your edges. Get to every single edge and corner and angle that you can. Just like that. And then you apply your papers. And you've got a little bit of wiggle room with this. As it's drying, you can kind of maneuver it and adjust it just a little bit. And then I get air bubbles in mine, so I start from the center and just use some pressure to rub them out towards the edges. Just like that. Okay. And when that's done, your edges might not be exactly flush, so we use a file. You can see I've already done it on the stem here. And using that file just evens out any edges that aren't quite to the edge, or aren't quite flush with the edge of the block of wood. And it will also reveal the core of the paper, the white core. It kind of makes it kind of a neat outline and gives it a cool finished look. So glue on all of your papers and then file them all down, and we'll be ready to embellish these guys. All right, the fun part, right? Adding on all the embellishments. For your star, we've got the ribbon. And if you would like, you can always apply a little bit of glue on the back to anchor it. But this kind of ribbon really holds to itself and sticks to the block pretty well. And we've tied it in a double knot and then just trimmed off our edges with an angled cut right there. So it's super cute. For the watermelon, we've got these adorable little sticky dots for the seeds. You can see there. Now these have an adhesive on the back, but we definitely recommend using glue or the Mod Podge in our kit to just give it a little extra sticking power so it stays tight. And for the apple, we've got a cute little felt leaf and a glue dot, so you can stick it on there just like that. And there you have it. You've got your summer add-on kit totally done and ready to celebrate all of those fun months of summer and sunshine that we love so much. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got new products coming out all the time, and when you subscribe, you're kind of in the loop on everything that's coming out as it's new. And don't forget that you can follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. Go ahead and check out our website to see this and other products, as well as to schedule a party of your own. Thanks for watching the Sweet Memories add-on kit from Apostrophe S. Make it yours.